What is good, everyone? Welcome to another episode, another week of PWTB. I got Thomas here. Jake, how we doing?
Doing great. Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. That was quite a Super Bowl we had the other day. A lot of
Nice.
scoring. Initial reactions. When we biggest
Um,
takeaways.
a lot of scoring, high scoring game. Both teams have powerful offenses. Travis Kelce's the best tight end in football. Um, yeah, that's all I got.
Thomas.
Well, that was a good high scoring game. That was refreshing. I mean, it was a lot better than Tom Brady versus Jared Goff's Super Bowl that one year. I mean, it was a good high scoring game. I think there obviously people are going to say about the ref holding call, whatever, but I think it was a pretty good game. It could have gone either way, and I'm personally happy that Chiefs won because screw the Eagles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that
got some more to talk about with that holding call. We'll get to it, Jake. Just my initial reaction though. I think the Eagles really played a great game. I can't really point to a lot that they did wrong. Kansas said they were exposed in Kansas City early. That one AJ Brown touchdown. I was talking to Jake about this. Where like literally, I used to play DB. What do they say that you got to flip the hips and
you got flipped the hip. Yeah.
flip the hips. And my man just stood up. AJ Brown just like, I'll take that. Thank you. In the end zone for a touchdown. So I thought their secondary, there it was weak, but the Chiefs did what they always done back in 2019 when they won the Super Bowl. They were down against Houston, the divisional. They roared back. They were down against my Titans. I don't talk about that game. They roared back. Yeah. And then they roared back, of course, against the 49ers in the Super Bowl. So the Chiefs are no stranger to this. That's how they win. Andy Reid plans in the second half. A lot of people are saying I predicted this, that the coaching would matter. And I will take credit for that. Because Andy Reid definitely adjusted. And but yeah, that's just thank you, Thomas. Thank you. And that's how the Chiefs win. And so that's really what happened. The Eagles didn't really mess up in any way. It's just I think the better team won. So let's get to this call, Jake. Um, I have some stuff to say. I'll let you start it out. What do you think about the holding call at the end?
Yeah. I think it was the right call. Should they have let them play? Maybe. Um, get it, decide the game? Yes, it did. And I, I kind of agree with the call. I don't know if they should have definitely called in that situation, but I agree with it. I mean, I see why they called it.
Yeah. I mean, it was I flip flopped on this because I watched it. I watched it from multiple angles. I listened to different people. But it was a horrible call. It was a terrible call. And I'm gonna say that. I had to review it. I didn't want to make a judgment, but there was no grab. He touched them. Greg Olson called this
Mm,
right on the coverage. Pat McAfee, if you guys watch, he's a big NFL talk show host. He agrees with me. This was a terrible call. And it looked like a holding, but it wasn't. So they got the wrong call. Again, it was a great game. Nothing to take away. I think the Chiefs rightfully won, and you could definitely argue that they probably would have went on to win anyways, because they were just going on all cylinders in the second half. But it's par for the course. It's par for the course for the NFL. They like these weak calls. They like it getting decided. But the what I find interesting is that the NFL media has now switched because now that this game had twice the viewers and 100 million people saw that call, now they got to be like, oh, okay, well, it actually was bad. Well, okay, why didn't you say that before? But
yeah.
um, yeah. So I'll go to Thomas on this one. Let's talk a little bit about Mahomes. So obviously he just got his second ring. Where is he standing on the legacy board right now?
I mean, I still say it's too early, but he is on the right track of being, he's going to be really good. He's going to be like he'll be on there definitely for sure if he continues his way of playing. But we have to always assure that this doesn't always last, and some freaky stuff will happen, and that's how it's going to be. Of course, he's won more rings. He's won the same amount of rings as Peyton Manning. He's won more rings than Breeze and Aaron Rodgers. Sorry, OC. Um, but I think Mahomes is on the right track. I think he has the coaching. He has the team. He's a very special player that what was his name? like the then Chiefs GM Dorsey, he was the one who picked him out when people were like, "What were you doing?" And
Right.
he ended up being right about it. So I think, like I said,
Yeah.
Mahomes has the tools and he has the players and he has the team to do it, and we'll just see if he keeps on that grind.
Yeah. So that's got me thinking, who is the current favorite to win Super Bowl 58? And I'll start with this. Um, I honestly think it's the Cincinnati Bengals. You know, they got Joe Burrow, they got Jamar Chase. They make a great run this year. I think they come back for more next year, and eventually they win it. Who you got, Evan?
Thomas is shaking his head, but I got to agree with Jake. I think the Bengals were very close this year. Obviously they went to the Super Bowl last year. Joe Burrow's only going to get better. That receiving core is lethal. They could just get a little tiny bit better on defense. They're in a very good spot. I got to go Cincinnati.
It's a coin flip. We can't assure that because we were probably
True.
thinking Rams were going to repeat
Yeah.
this year, and look at what happened. There is no guarantee in the NFL, and there's going to be always a team that's going to surprise the whole league. You know, the Jaguars surprised us. There was a bunch of teams that surprised us in getting this far. We don't know and how it's going to be. You know, like very well could be the Seahawks. It could be the Jaguars again. You never know who's going to actually surprise the
Well,
NFL.
to be fair, the Jaguars did not win the Super Bowl. They won the
Well, I'm not
divisional,
saying
but
that,
yeah.
but you
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
I mean.
I know. I do know what you mean.
No one
I'm just,
expected them
yeah.
to be, getting that far. So, I mean, it could be any team, and you know what? It's just going to depend on how could it be. There's always a Cinderella team that's going to make it far in the playoffs or make the playoffs when no one expects them to. So, like I said, I'm not picking a specific team because things happen. And their player, it doesn't always last. The Bengals, I think, are going to do really good next year, but you never know with.
True. All right, quick round fire. Rihanna, good, bad, middle. What we thought.
I think it was good. I might be the only one who thought it was good.
I like her old music, which is why I liked it, but I don't know. It was a little over the top. I'm in the middle. Thomas, why bad?
I just could not watch it.